ब्रिटेन के अग्रणी वॉरक विश्वविद्यालय ने मुंबई में मनाई अपनी 60वीं वर्षगांठ। मुंबई 27 मई 2025। यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ वारविक, जो यूके के शीर्ष संस्थानों में से एक है, ने मुंबई में एक खास मीडिया कार्यक्रम के साथ अपनी 60वीं वर्षगांठ मनाई। इस कार्यक्रम में वारविक के वैश्विक प्रभाव, नवोन्मेषी शोध और भारत के साथ उसके गहरे एवं सक्रिय संबंधों को उजागर किया गया, जिसमें उद्योग, सहयोग और बदलाव लाने वाले पूर्व छात्रों का बढ़ता समुदाय शामिल है। इस महत्वपूर्ण अवसर पर यूनिवर्सिटी के वरिष्ठ अधिकारी यूके से मुंबई आए, जिनमें अजय तेली, ग्लोबल चीफ कम्युनिकेशन, मार्केटिंग और कंटेंट ऑफिसर, और सतनाम राणा, ग्रिंडले, डायरेक्टर, कॉर्पोरेट ब्रांड कम्युनिकेशन शामिल थे। उनका ये दौरा भारत में प्रतिभा विकास और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय साझेदारियों को मजबूत करने के प्रति वारविक की प्रतिबद्धता को और पुष्ट करता है, खासकर भारत के साथ, जो विश्वविद्यालय के सबसे सक्रिय छात्र और पूर्व छात्र समुदायों में से एक है। कार्यक्रम में वारविक और टाटा के बीच 25 वर्षों से चले आ रहे गहरे सहयोग को भी प्रमुखता दी गई, जो शिक्षा और नवाचार में उद्योग के साथ जुड़ाव का बेहतरीन उदाहरण है। साथ ही भारत और विश्व भर में प्रभावशाली परियोजनाओं का नेतृत्व कर रहे वारविक के पूर्व छात्रों की उपलब्धियों का भी सम्मान किया गया। श्रेया मित्तल, वॉरक से 100 करोड़ रुपए ब्रांड तक की प्रेरक कहानी। इन उपलब्धियों के बीच एक खास नाम उभरा, श्रेया मित्तल, जिन्होंने 2024 में वारविक बिजनेस स्कूल से बीएससी मैनेजमेंट विद एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की पढ़ाई पूरी की। उल्लेखनीय है कि वारविक बिजनेस स्कूल ने क्यूएस एग्जीक्यूटिव एमबीए रैंकिंग 2025 में वैश्विक स्तर पर 5 स्थान की छलांग लगाते हुए 10वां स्थान हासिल किया है और यूरोप में 6ठा तथा यूके में 3रा स्थान प्राप्त किया है। श्रेया भारत के सबसे तेजी से बढ़ते वेलनेस और लाइफस्टाइल ब्रांड कावा एथलीजे की सह संस्थापक और चीफ मार्केटिंग ऑफिसर सीएमओ हैं। ये ब्रांड अब 100 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक मूल्यांकन के साथ स्थापित हो चुका है। साल 2020 में स्थापित कावा श्रेया की उद्यमशीलता का प्रमाण है, जिसे वे वारविक में बिताए गए अपने समय का नतीजा मानती हैं। उनके अनुसार कस्टमाइजेबल कोर्सवर्क ने उन्हें अकादमिक ज्ञान को वास्तविक समय में अपने स्टार्टअप में लागू करने का अवसर दिया। इसके साथ ही वॉरक एंटरप्रेन्योर्स और इंडियन सोसाइटी जैसे छात्र समुदायों ने उनके सफर में मजबूती दी। हर क्लास, हर अनुभव मैंने सीधे कावा में उतारा, श्रेया कहती हैं। वारविक सिर्फ एक विश्वविद्यालय नहीं, बल्कि मेरे लिए एक लॉन्च पैड था। वे ब्लूबेल रेजिडेंस, वारविक बिजनेस स्कूल और फैकल्टी ऑफ आर्ट्स बिल्डिंग को अपने खास अनुभवों के स्थलों के रूप में याद करती हैं। इस कैंपस ने मुझे वो सब कुछ दिया जिसकी मुझे जरूरत थी, और आज भी ये जगह मुझे अपने घर जैसी लगती है, वे मुस्कुराते हुए कहती हैं।
Can you hear me? Yes, perfect. So I could be here all day talking to you about that. So I'm going to give you a sort of top line and a snapshot. So Satnam's talked about the new AI course at WMG, which has become so popular, and a lot of our students are really looking at that because that is the future and the growth of where things are going. Now we offer undergraduate courses which can last between 3 and 4 years, and we offer postgraduate courses which last a year. If I talk about the MBA as an example, so the MBA can be done in 1 year or 2 years. So you've got the traditional MBA, which Path did, and that was a year. You could do an executive MBA, which could last or be spread out between 1, 2, or even 3 years. We also have courses which are essentially researched, because we look around to find out actually what's needed, what's going to help with growth, what's going to help with our future development, and globally what is going to create an impact for us. So we look at all of that. We have our social sciences faculty, we have our STEM subjects as well, which is really important in terms of growing those subject matters. We also have the Faculty of Arts building as well, so it's not only just science, technology and maths and economics, but we have creative writing. We have an opportunity for students to go out to Venice as well, in the Warwick Venice Centre, to look at the art and the history of artwork and architecture. So there's a whole depth and breadth. Our academics also come from our top-notch institutions as well, so it's really important that students get the best education. And we've got the something called TEF, the Teaching Excellence Framework, which we've got gold, and not many universities have gold, so we're really, really proud of that as well. So your question about entrance and admissions. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but we will share details further, so we'll make sure we've got your details. But the entrance it's tough, because we want to make sure we've got the best students, but also we look at students who can also make that impact outside. You look at our alumni here, they're a prime example of what they're adding back into the respective countries. So there's a lot I could go into, but that's just a snapshot. We will send you more information on that.
If I can share, I met a really brilliant, bright-minded young lady on Sunday who's coming to do her PhD with us at Warwick in the social science, in the arts faculty. and she ran over and said hello because I've got an arts and culture background, and she's there to study the structures and the governance of public art, and she has one sole mission to come back here and also look at how she can develop that in the India context. And that made me so happy, because it just shows that that exchange of knowledge, but even before starting, thinking about how she can reapply it back here in India. And for us, that's really important, because we absolutely believe that everything we do, everything we teach, is all about making that difference in the real world. It's not just about textbook, but it's making that real world impact. And our Vice Chancellor, Professor Stuart Croft, calls our students tomorrow's change makers. We've got today's change makers here, but the students that come to us, they are tomorrow's change makers, and we are super proud of that, super proud.
Yeah. One thing I also appreciate that you have relevant courses which are currently the demand in the industry. That was one thing, but at the same time I would also like to understand, is there any courses for the alumni to stay relevant, so like a refresher course or something which is reserved for alumni, as well as maybe it could be online or offline or anything like that? I
can answer that question, because last night an alum DM'd me on Insta. I don't know who she is, it was random, but it's because I've been posting whilst I've been here. And she's a practicing doctor here in Mumbai, who's accessed a course online through Warwick Medical School. So yes, we do that. We partner with delivery education providers, and then through the university provide those refresher programs. So she's a practicing doctor taking an online course with us and IHEED, so yes, we do that. We beyond your 3 years and your curated years with us, we have those opportunities as well. But those opportunities are high quality opportunities. I think that's very key for the university, and that's what makes us world leading in our education and research.
I need some clarity about Lord Bhattacharya. I didn't get the connection with Lord Bhattacharya. A, and B, do the students who come to go to England pay for their education entirely by themselves, or does the university offer some kind of financial aid and scholarships?
I can definitely talk about Lord Bhattacharya. So Tata took over Jaguar Land Rover in 2008, and it was the late Lord Kumara Bhattacharya, the founder of the Warwick manufacturing group, who persuaded the late Ratan Tata to join forces. So that's the connection. And since then, Lord Bhattacharya, together with Ratan Tata, saved 7,000 jobs when that partnership took place. They also created 10,000 new jobs since then, and they've brought something that we call NAIC, so the National Automotive Innovation Centre, to life, and that research has been brought to the forefront, bringing the brightest minds together from industry and academia to develop future vehicles and automobility solutions, which is really important to us. And we're constantly, at a university, evolving this research. And just to give an example, we've created batteries for vehicles, so a battery created motorcycle, to new developments in the types of batteries, and there's a lot of information that we can't quite talk about because it's top secret, because they are developing research. But the thing is, we've been very humble about talking about the research, and that's why we're here today, to showcase some of the work we're doing. And we will be back in India in November to launch and showcase some of the more recent work that we've been doing. But again, we can also send you more detailed information if that's going to help you as well.
I would like to know one thing. The collaboration with the Tata Technologies has been listed 25 years, right? What have been the key outcome of this partnership so far, and how it is involving to meet the new industry challenges?
As I said to the lady over there, I think the key thing has been about the research and development, and I think that research and development has evolved so much. So it's been about that constant change in terms of our batteries, automotive vehicles. The course that Satnam talked about in AI, that's going to provide a lot of newness in terms of that evolving technology. So I think that's really important to us.
Yeah, so what we do there is we have modular education programs. Yeah, so we have joint research and development initiatives to drive innovation in engineering and manufacturing, and that can span, as we said, AI. It's also about cybersecurity, smart manufacturing, digital twins. So it's about looking at what is the need in industry and then reflecting it back in the courses that we are providing, which is why we are always evolving. We listen, and that's why it's unique, that relationship. To work with Tata Industries, you're working in real time and also into the future, because you're not just sitting there thinking, we think we want to teach young people this. It's actually, there is a need for this, and then out of that need is born sometimes a new course or refining a course, etc., etc. It also means that for our students who come and study at the Warwick Manufacturing Group, there are internships and there are placements as well in industry. So that industry partnership, whether that's public or private, is really, really important to us, and that's what gives our students the edge, that real life experience, the opportunity to develop ideas. We've got students working with our researchers. If you Google the sewage powered car, we have a motor racing car which is being developed at the moment, and it is powered by recycled sewage. So there's a lot of cutting edge technology there, there's a lot of experimentation which is embedded within research, but it's how then you apply it into a world which has to increasingly become more sustainable as well. And on that note, we're also looking at the aerospace technologies with our collaborations through Tata as well at NAIC, and looking at how we can effectively have sustainable air technology as we move into the future and as an increasingly connected world as well. So I hope that answers your question, but like I said, if you want some deeper information, we can supply that to you. We obviously go back to our academics and then give you the answers that you seek as well.
We're not the academics, obviously, but the English education system is different to the Indian education system. It teaches you not just to learn from books, it teaches you to critique and to think independently. And that's where you get your professional growth and you get ready for the real world, because it's about then finding in those moments solutions to real world problems, finding positive impact that you can make when it comes to the grand challenges that all of us face, from sustainability to social value and social reform and everything in between as well. So I think that's one of the biggest differences. When our academics talk to prospective Indian students, they talk about being disciplined. So there's a lot of downtime and free time when you're studying in the UK, so you have to discipline yourself and create those pockets of, this is my time to study, this is my time to socialise, this is my time for well-being. So it's really sort of building that bridge between taught education and then that independent learning and independent living as well beyond university life.
The other difference is that coming to the University of Warwick, every student can add value in terms of their skill sets. Now, our alumni who've all been to the University of Warwick come back to India with a set of skills that are completely unique to the Indian cities, and I think that really helps add value in terms of the work they're doing. A few of our alumni who set up their own businesses, one has set up their own athleisure wear, one's working for one of the big consulting firms, but their skills they bring add a completely different lens to the work they do in India, and I think that's really, really important, because the university adds special skills that make them ready for the business world.
There's a lovely example here in India of an organisation called Sirohi. And Sirohi actually works with over 1,000 women. Now they do handcrafted products which are sustainable, and they're going from India to the global corporate market and community. That idea was born from one of our graduates who is of Indian origin and has come back here and is finding a way of giving back to society. So you've got that social value in their business, but also taking the India trademark right across the corporate world as well, across the world. So this is just one small example of the many top talented students that we send off into the world from the University of Warwick, and we're hugely proud of that, hugely proud.
The University of Warwick has a plethora of courses available to them, whether that's undergraduate, postgraduate, PhDs, or things that are more specific, whether it's a business course at the Warwick Business School, whether it's anything to do with AI at Warwick Manufacturing Group. There are so many choices. Now, a lot of our students like to do courses in postgraduate, so some like to do the MBA, but we have new courses as well at the Warwick Manufacturing Group, which are more focused around AI. The other thing at the University of Warwick is we have a faculty of arts building as well, so we have more than just STEM subjects, but we have arts, social sciences, politics, law. There are so many options, and we want to make sure that the University of Warwick really does appeal to all our Indian audiences.
So Warwick University is one of the best universities worldwide, one of the best. What makes it stands out from the remaining universities? Particularly, what is the cultural shock that Indian students would be pleasantly surprised to understand, experience over there? And could you tell something about the campus as well?
So we are One World Warwick. This is an initiative that we have right across campus. We have 2 moments in the calendar year. We launched it last November, and this was very much about embracing our global community. We have students that come from over 125 countries, all sorts of nationalities who converge onto campus, and they share with each other their cultural backgrounds, food, their social ways, and this is something which is just as important as the education that we provide, which sets them up to be a global citizen as well. And of course there's going to be cultural shocks, of course there is. I'm from an Indian background as well. I'm born in the UK, of course, but our Indian families are very close, tight-knit Indian families. We are taken care of. Our mums usually cook for us until you go to university, and all those things are the same for students who are travelling from India to the UK as well. The biggest thing students say is cooking. They always say, my mum is worried that I am going to starve, and by the end of the first term the mums are usually calling them up with their friends around them on WhatsApp, taking photographs and saying, look, she's cooking, look, he's cooking. And we've been in India this week doing our offer holder days for prospective students, and a lot of the mums and dads have said, we feel comfortable now, we feel comfortable, because our campus is not just about the global community, but we have facilities on campus as well that cater for our global community. So we have world cuisine, we have Raj who comes with dosa and biryani every Wednesday, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday onto campus, and we're also a stone's throw away from big cities like Coventry, we are in Coventry, but from Coventry City Centre, from Birmingham, where we have big South Asian diaspora, and that also means that you have food of choice on your doorstep as well.
The other thing I was going to say, that so if we think about the USPs for the University of Warwick, any Indian student considering Warwick as a place to study and live, we have a huge level of accommodation choices, and the great thing about being on campus is that it's safe. We have a whole wellbeing team, we have security campus. It's really easy to go from one place on campus to the other. So Satnam's talked about food, but the thing is, we have London, which is less than an hour away. People can get to Oxford in an hour, people can get to Birmingham. But I think the key unique selling point about Warwick is that it's a multicultural campus which offers not just your academic life, but your social life as well. We have over 300 societies where students can partake, and if there's a society that doesn't exist, what Warwick does is it allows them to be entrepreneurial, to create the society. And one example of that is we never used to have Hindi as a course, and actually we've now created a Hindi language course for students and the community, but also it brings people together to build on that community. And aside from that, we have big Holi events, we have Diwali events. Everybody gets together, and it's a huge opportunity to learn from different nationalities as well.
And I think the other USP is employability. We provide a plethora of advice and hands-on help when it comes to getting work experience, getting internships. That's a really important part of our offering, because we have really close ties and partnerships with industry, and that's why our education is all about making that real world impact. It's not just about coming and learning from books and being theoretically based and that's it. It's about applying that theory into everyday life. So for example, one of our big academic departments, the Warwick Manufacturing Group, we have partnered with Tata for over 25 years, and that industry partnership means that anything we're teaching is applicable in the real world, and that's really something that we really pride ourselves on. And that's why we know, we don't just say it, that our students are tomorrow's change makers. They are tomorrow's change makers. We know they will be, because we equip them with the skills to be.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, so ma'am.
Thank you.